Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, DNJ Reads. I'm Danielle, and today I'm going to be bringing you some queer romance recommendations. So since June is Pride Month, happy Pride everybody, I just wanted to bring you a recommendation video of some of my favorite queer romances that I've read over the years. I read queer romance all year round. This should be something that you just incorporate into your reading as is. You shouldn't have to just do it 1 month out of the year because it's Pride Month and you want to support people. Support people all year round. It's that easy. So I'm not going to go too into depth on the synopsis of each of these books because I have so many in front of me, it would take forever. But if any of these sound the least bit interesting to you, go check them out, pick them up for yourself, and hopefully you'll love them just as much as I have. So the first author I want to bring up on my list is TJ Klune, and my favorite of his is House in the Cerulean Sea. So this book follows Linus. He is a social worker. He is sent out to this orphanage that houses these magical children. This orphanage is kind of on the brink of getting shut down, so Linus has to go out and kind of assess everything and make sure that the person in charge of everybody there is doing his job and that they can stay open or not. Linus and the master of the orphanage grow closer, and it is their little romance, as well as all of the children in this book are so fun. There's a green blob jelly-like thing. We have Lucifer, but it's a child. We have like an elf or a gnome. I just love this book so much. So if you like magical children, this is a great book for that. Another TJ Klune book I really highly suggest is going to be Under the Whispering Door. And this follows Wallace, who has just recently died, and we are getting the point of view from his ghost spirit. And then this ghost spirit is sent to a tea house out in the woods to kind of essentially help him cross over and see what he did in life that made it a little bit harder for him to go. So this is Wallace and Hugo's, the tea shop owners, romance together, and it is such a cute story. I really enjoyed this one. And then the last TJ Klune book that I own that I'm going to talk about is In the Lives of Puppets. This one follows a human and robots. So that was really interesting to read about. The robots are really fun. They have to go on this journey to save the human's dad since he's been taken. And it is one of the robots and the human's love story. So definitely pick this one up if that sounds interesting to you. TJ Klune also has another series that I really want to pick up. It's the Green Creek series. I do believe it's about wolf shifters. That one sounds really good as well, and I believe all of those are gay romances too. One I read earlier this year and really enjoyed was Serpentine Valentine by Giana Darling. This is a dark academia, gothic Medusa retelling that is sapphic. This follows Lex. She is going to college and one of her professors assaults her. The president of the college doesn't believe it. She kind of sweeps it under the rug and blames Lex for this. Lex then wants to get revenge, so she actually ends up going after the president's daughter and forming a romance with her. Things get messy, and it was such a good story. Definitely pick this one up if you're looking for a darker sapphic romance. So next up, I have 2 books by an author that I absolutely adore. I have Give Me More by Sarah Cate and Madam by Sarah Cate. These 2 are part of her Salacious Players Club series. So actually both of these are thruples. Give Me More is male, male, female, and Madam is female, female, male. So if you're looking for either of those kinds of things, pick this up. So this series follows a sex club and the workers that own that sex club. Great options if you're looking for a really steamy romance. And then one more by Sarah Cate I want to talk about is The Homewrecker. This one is another male, male, female romance, and it follows a couple who actually bring in a third. The couple is having some problems in their marriage, and this other man comes in and tries to help them out with that and ends up sticking around for a little bit. And this one loosely ties to the Salacious Players Club series. It has some of those same undertones. Sarah Cate is an amazing writer. I highly suggest you pick those up, as well as checking out her backlist. Then a sapphic series that I really enjoyed was the Bright Falls series by Ashley Herring Blake. This has Delilah Green Doesn't Care, Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail, and Iris Kelly Doesn't Date. This is about a group of friends. All of them are sapphic, and they live in this small town, and each gets their own book, obviously, and different things go on in each of their books. but it was just a fun overall time and a nice contemporary romance if you're looking for something on the sweeter side and not super, super salacious. And then a gay romance that I'm pretty sure everybody knows about at this point since it's been out for a while. I got this book back in 2019 and I really enjoyed it, is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This follows the son of the President of the United States and then the Prince of England, as they are pretty much a hate to love romance. This one was so fun and I really, really enjoyed Casey McQuiston's writing. She also did One Last Stop, which is a sapphic romance. I don't own that one, but that one was really good as well if you want to pick that up. Then another one that I'm pretty sure everybody knows about because it's so popular right now and even has a Netflix TV show made about it is the Heartstopper series by Alice Oseman. This is a graphic novel series following Nick and Charlie, and they are in high school. Nick is bi and Charlie is gay, and this is their romance together. There are quite a few triggers in this story. Eating disorders is definitely a big one, and it is just them growing up together and coming into their own. It is such a cute story. I've read all of them and I cannot wait for the next one to come out. Aside from Heartstopper being a graphic novel, Alice Oseman does have quite a few other actual books that follow Nick and Charlie, so you should definitely pick those up as well. I have not gotten around to them yet, but I hear they are very good. Then next up, I have an author who I've read quite a bit from now. I'm going to actually talk about two of her series here, and that is Clio Evans. She has her Creature Cafe series, which is a series where we have a cafe that is owned by the barista, and the barista actually sets monsters up with their forever mates. So this is a series of novellas. There are 12 books out right now. The 13th book is announced, and I think there's going to be like 18 of them altogether. So they're not too long, so it's a great read. But the first one is Little Slice of Hell, which is male-male. Then we have Little Sip of Sin, which is male-male-female. Little Lick of Lust, which is male-female, and I think is the only male-female one in the whole series. We have Little Shock of Hate, which is male-male. Little Piece of Sass, which is female-female-male. Little Song of Pain, which is male-male-female. Little Taste of Need, which is female-female. Little Risk of Fall, which is male-male. Little Wings of Fate, which is male-male-male. Little Souls of Fire, which is male-male-female. Little Drop of Blood, which is male-male. Little Heart of Stone, which is female-female-male. And then the one that is not out yet is Little Spark of Flame, which is male and non-binary. These are great. I loved getting to know all of the characters. You do see them pop up in other ones, so it might benefit you to read them in order. In this, all of the monsters are paired up with a human, and there are so many different types of monsters. If you're looking for vampire, gargoyles, whatever you want, you will probably find it in this series. Also though, check trigger warnings because some of them do have a very specific triggers and very specific kinks. So if you are not into that, you don't necessarily need to pick that one up. And then Clio Evans' other series that I wanted to talk about was Warts and Claws Inc., which is a monster romance series following an evil HR department and the office that all of these monsters work in. I had such a fun time with this one. And again, she is so good about her pairings. In this, we have Not So Kind Regards, which is male-male-female. We have Not So Best Witches, which is non-binary male and female. Not So Thanks in Advance, which is male-male-male. Not So Yours Truly, which is female-female-female. Not So Much Appreciated, which is female-female-male. So tons of different pairings in this one. If you like a good office romance that is spicy, definitely pick these up. Then next up, I have Written in the Stars by Alexandria Bellafleur. This one is a Bridget Jones Pride and Prejudice kind of retelling with fake dating, and I really, really enjoyed that one. And then in that series, there is also Hang the Moon. I liked it, but not as much as I also liked Count Your Lucky Stars, which is the third one in that book. And this is a second chance romance from former best friends that might actually be each other's true loves. So this series is really great. Alexandria is such a great writer. I love her contemporary romances, and if you're looking for a nice, sweet contemporary romance, pick these up. And then another by Alexandria is going to be The Fiancé Farce. I got so lucky to get another ARC copy of one of her books, and this I won on a giveaway on her page, and she actually signed it to me, so I am so happy to own this because I absolutely loved this book. But this one is a sapphic romance. I do believe one of them is bi though, so I wouldn't say it's completely sapphic, but this one is a fake dating romance, and it follows Tansy and Gemma. Gemma needs to secure her inheritance, and Tansy needs help not to lose her family's bookstore. So they're going to work together to figure that out. Definitely another great read by Alexandria. And then I have Truly Madly Deeply by Alexandria as well. This one I have not read yet though. It just came out recently, and I am very excited about this one. I do believe both of them are bi. I do like that on the cover the guy has the little bi romance flag there, which is so adorable. But this follows a divorce lawyer and a romance novelist. They are teaming up for a podcast where they are going to offer relationship advice to people. Can't wait to pick this one up. Very, very excited for it. But then to take a turn, if you're looking for something a little bit darker than those ones, I have the Necessary Evils series by Onley James. This consists of Unhinged, Psycho, Moonstruck, Headcase, Madman, Lunatic, and Maniac. So this series follows a group of men that when they were younger, they were adopted by this billionaire. This billionaire turned them into a group of vigilante serial killers, essentially. They kill the bad guys and try to rid the world of them. Each of these stories is a gay romance where each of them finds their happily ever after with their special person. Each of them does have some issues of their own though, so definitely check trigger warnings because this is a darker romance series, but I had such a fun time with this series. Then one that a ton of people already heard about because it is super popular right now is going to be the hockey romance, Pucking Around. This is a Why Choose romance, and it is male, male, female, male. This follows Rachel. She has just gotten a new job at the Jacksonville Rays, and she doesn't want to harm her career because she's just getting started, but she's falling for two of the guys on the team and the equipment manager. This is such a fun read. It is a very, very thick book though. I absolutely love this style of book though. It's so floppy. I cannot wait to reread this and tab this up. It is going to be such a great reading experience. I think everybody should pick this one up. It is so much fun. And then one more by Emily Rath is an Omegaverse book that if you've seen my Omegaverse video, you would kind of understand what it is. So if you don't know what it is, go watch that. I explain it in detail, but that is going to be Whiskey and Sin. This is a male-male Omegaverse, and it was such a good story. Our male Omega is running away from something, and he runs right into the arms of an alpha who he should not be going for. Check that out if you're looking for a fun male-male Omegaverse read. And then next up, another one of my favorite authors is Sierra Simone. She writes a ton of queer romances. I'm only going to talk about two of her series right now, though, and the first one is the New Camelot series, which is American Queen, American Prince, and American King. This series follows the President of the United States, the Vice President of the United States, and the girl that they both love. It is such a fun story. There's political intrigue. It's kind of like a King Arthur retelling, so definitely pick that up if that's something you're interested in. And another one of Sierra Simone's series that I really love is going to be her Lioness series, which consists of Salt Kiss and Honeycut. And then there is the novella Salt in the Wound. This series is a Tristan and Isolde retelling. Honeycut is either out now or just coming out. I got lucky and I got the book early from Barnes & Noble, so I will be picking this up as soon as I'm done with this video. This is another spicy series where it is male, male, female. We have the owner of a sex club. We have the Catholic Church becoming involved. It is just a whole ton of crazy stuff, and I'm so excited for this. Sierra Simone writes some amazing spicy scenes, and you should definitely pick this up if that is of any interest to you. And then a fun paranormal romance series that I've really enjoyed is the Demonic Disasters and Afterlife Adventures series by Shannon May. This series consists of A Beginner's Guide to Death, Demons, and Other Afterlife Disasters, A Beginner's Guide to Mistakenly Summoned Demons and Other Misadventures, A Beginner's Guide to the Care and Feeding of Demons, A Beginner's Guide to Revenge, Chaos, and Other Absurd Escapades, A Beginner's Guide to Christmas Miracles, A Beginner's Guide to Demonic Possessions, and A Beginner's Guide to Ghosts, Fallen Angels, and Other Afterlifers. This is a really fun paranormal romance series that is all male-male romances, and these male-male romances are between a human and either a demon or an angel in this world. So much fun. Definitely pick it up if you like paranormal. And then next up, I have another book that I loved so much. It was in my top 5 of last year, and that is A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. This book follows Constanta, who is Dracula's first bride, as she kind of goes through and tells us what her life was like with him and with his other consorts. Pick this up if you're looking for a very atmospheric vampire romance. Then we also have by S.T. Gibson, Evocation. This one I just read last month and I really enjoyed it. They have such a way with their writing and I feel like I've been sucked in and I don't want to stop. I'm also reading An Education in Malice by them right now and really enjoying that, and that is a sapphic romance. But back to Evocation, this is a dark academia with magic and secret societies, and it is a poly romance. It doesn't go too much into the romance in this book, which I enjoyed. I am looking forward to the next one though to see where everything goes. But I do highly suggest both of these by S.T. Gibson, and you should definitely give them a go. Then the next book I want to talk about is Role Playing by Kathy Yardley. This has demi-rep as well as bi-rep in it. This follows Maggie, who is 48. She is a grumpy hermit who doesn't want to leave her house, and also follows Aiden, who is a 50-year-old optimist. Both of them play this online role-playing game. Maggie calls herself Bogwitch, and Aiden calls himself Otter. Maggie thinks Otter is a teenager about her son's age, and Otter believes that Maggie is around 80. Both of them become friends quickly, and something happens where they end up having to meet in real life and realize they're actually closer in age than they thought. The rep was so well done in this. I just remember thinking that I'm definitely going to need to put this on a list of some kind once I do a list video. And here we go. This is my chance. So definitely pick this one up if you're looking for some great representation and just some gaming fun. Then next up is one of my other favorite authors who is very queer friendly in all of their writing, and that is Katie Robert. My favorite book from them is going to be Gifting Me to His Best Friend, and I have read this book so many times. I own the ebook, and sometimes I just pick some little sections from it and pick it up and read it. But this is a poly romance. It is male, female, and it is essentially just what the cover says. It is a story set around Christmas where this husband and wife, the husband gifts his wife to his best friend and allows them to do whatever they want for 24 hours. What's great about it is the best friend wants the husband as well, so everybody gets together, and this is so good. I recommend this almost in every video that I can. It is my favorite Katie Robert book. So definitely pick this up if you're looking for a good throuple. And then one I finished yesterday from them is Blood on the Tide, and this is the second book in the Crimson Sails series. The first one was a male-female romance where the female was bi, but this one was so much fun. I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to highlight it because it just came out recently. This is a vampire and a selkie. The vampire is looking for some family jewels that have been stolen, and the selkie, her coat has been stolen. So they are going on a journey to find both of those things. And in that journey, they might just fall in love. Definitely pick this up if you're looking for a fun at-sea piratey kind of romance. Then next up, Katie Robert has their Dark Olympus series, which is a series of different retellings of Greek gods and goddesses. The first one in the series, though, that is solidly queer is Wicked Beauty, and it is following Helen, Achilles, and Patroclus. Then we get Cruel Seduction, which is Aphrodite, Hephaestus, Pandora, and Adonis. And then we get Midnight Ruin, which is Sharon, Orpheus, and Eurydice. I highly suggest this series. It is so much fun. Katie is very highly queer inclusive in all of their books. You can find a little bit of something in everything they write. And then last up for the video, I have the Wicked Villain series by Katie Robert. So if you're unaware of what this series is, it is Disney retellings where the villains are actually the love interests instead of how they normally would go. Not all of the books in the series are queer, but they are all queer friendly. And this is a series where there is a sex club that they can all go to. Hades owns the sex club, and it is a safe place for them to explore all of their feelings. So the second book in the series, which is Learn My Lesson, this one is male, male, female. The Beast is also male, male, female. The Sea Witch is female, female, male. And Queen Takes Rose is female, female. All of these are so much fun. You don't necessarily have to read them in order, but one fun thing is Cate got picked up by a publisher and is actually coming out with them in new covers. So that is really exciting. I'm hoping to pick some of those up. So I know I just threw a ton of books out at you, but if any of those sound interesting, please go check them out, pick them up, read them, come back and let me know what you thought of them. And if you have any suggestions for me, ones that I didn't mention, you think I would really enjoy, please let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Bye!